Hi everybody, this is Mark with FloridaUrbanHomestead.com, and I just thought that, I really haven't done much of one this year, so I thought that I would, even though some of it may be a little bit meager. It's harvest time, and it's harvest time for some of the favorite things that I can think of, which are yummy things like these tomatoes here that I'm growing in my garden. And I really like them. I love them. One thing that I thought that I would go over while I'm out here is that a lot of people talk about the differences between hybrids and their more fancy kin, or their less fancy kin, you might say, the heirlooms. Nice blossom there on the pumpkin. Got another one. And I just made some observations. This year I did have some hybrids. I don't know if you've been watching from the first video, but because of back problems I got a late start, and because of that I did buy some plants to set in while I was waiting for my seeds to come in, or to grow. And they're marked out here pretty well. Over here in this bed, I'll give you a close-up of the leaves and everything. This is beefsteak tomatoes, and these are an heirloom. These are actually, and I gotta say that I have to figure this is somewhat of a victory, because right now these are not supposed to be here. This tomato is not supposed to be almost ripe. I'm going to go ahead and pick it and let it finish off on my windowsill, because we have a storm coming, and I don't want it to lose it in that. These over here are more heirlooms. These are beefsteaks that I raised from seed. I planted these, I don't know, these probably got into the ground a month later than these hybrids that I'm about to show you. And I'll show you the hybrids. This is some hybrids called Homestead. The intention of these is to be more heat tolerant and still set fruit. Now I do have lots of green fruit still on here, but it has been very susceptible to having deficiencies. It hasn't grown quite as well, and these are the things that are supposed to be the superior ones. The telltale signs of a magnesium deficiency are right here. While as you can see, plants that I grew from seed that are right next to it, like this cayenne pepper plant, is having no problem with any deficiencies. It's nice and green. Nor am I having too many problems with my cantaloupe. All of this cucumber madness back here, this is all hybrids, and I've really had a rough time with it. A lot of it has been the pickle worm. A lot of it has. Over here, these are two other hybrids. This is an indeterminate, and it is showing signs, very heavy signs the last few days, of the need for some more potassium or magnesium. And basically what I've done to try to cure that is I'm using a spray that contains some Epsom salts in it directly on the leaves, and I also put some Epsom salts down into the ground. This will provide some of that magnesium it needs. It's a little strange because this limb here is off the same plant. As you can see, here is a limb which has the magnesium deficiency. It just hasn't traveled up this far to this yet. But, it will if I don't cure it. Same thing with this one. Although it's tall, it's had many more problems. Even though I've used tea on it. You can see here's a plant And from what I understand, from my memory, just off the top of my head, I believe this is a sign of a nitrogen deficiency normally, but there should be plenty of nitrogen in that soil. But I'll give it some more compost tea just in case. But you can see a big difference to where sometimes maybe the tomato plants that have been around a while and may be a little bit better. It looks to me like these leaves are much better than these other leaves. So, well, we'll have to see. But you know what? For me, either way, it's a victory, because according to the Florida Extension Agency and according to the University of Florida, I don't have tomato plants right now because they're dead. They aren't giving me tomatoes because fruit doesn't set at this heat. And these aren't hybrids that have been grown in any way to tolerate this heat. So what you're seeing right here in these tomatoes doesn't exist. But yet they are here. And of course there's other things in the garden besides this. Over here is a pepper plant. These are my favorite peppers probably in the world. They're Cubanelle. They're a sweet pepper. And I've got lots of those peppers. And it's very healthy. And of course, despite all that, the future's still bright. Over here we see a Mr. Stripey that I grew from seed. And here are some more heirloom tomatoes, which are doing just great. And despite it all, I do have more cucumbers coming out. And I will defeat this pickle worm because I will outlast it. It won't beat me. And if I have to put pantyhose on all the fruit, I'll do that. Oh, that's it. Pretty much that's all I'm going to harvest today. But I'll have plenty of salads for sandwiches and for all that. And there's more ripening up every day. So, for Mark at FloridaUrbanHomestead.com, thanks for watching and have a great day.